Hey everybody, Injury Illustrated. We are on chapter 37, which is titled The Wall and subtitled Between Our Warm Hearts and Our Dark Minds. And as you know, every chapter starts with a quote, and I'm excited to read you the quote from this chapter because it is by Emily Craig, and this is her book. Emily Craig is a medical illustrator turned forensic anthropologist. And the first time I met Emily Craig, she signed this book in 2005. And I just got to see Emily again this summer at the medical illustrators meeting in Michigan. And I'm going to read her quote. No professional, no matter how accomplished, ever gets used to the kinds of horrors that we see on a daily basis. We don't become inured to the terrible things that people can do to each other. We do, however, fall into a routine. It may take something truly terrible to shock us. All right, paragraph. My first professional medical illustration was a home elevator. I depicted what the elevator looked like when it was delivered from the factory and what it looked like installed. I drew the elevator as Jacob lay dead inside. Not gory or detailed, but just a small figure of a boy. So this is what it was all about. I was perhaps a little stunned. I had a stellar wall around my heart. But the new world of medical legal illustration was haunting. I struggled to maintain my unemotional focus I had acquired cutting up cadavers. It crossed my mind that this law firm job could be my payback for learning from so many dead bodies, never having to deal with their loved ones, their survivors. When the autopsies were over, the bodies were picked up by a funeral home. When we finished gross anatomy lab, we walked out into the sun. But when I created the exhibits for the settlement brochure representing Jacob, I was affected and remain affected today. Chapter 37. If you work in medical legal work, illustration, or if you're thinking about it, or you're an injury attorney, please read this chapter. It is about the trauma that we see every day, the trauma that we then reproduce and illustrate and teach to someone else, and the trauma that we eventually absorb. Thanks for listening.